So you want to know about my poop? I find that a little offensive. I keep getting questions about this when it comes to the carnivore diet. Lovely. I thought I'd just do a quick video to give a summary of my personal experience. I'm going to teach you a new word. How I refer to number 2 is bosh. Bosh is the Norwegian word for poop. I've been calling it bosh for years, so much so that even family members also call it that way. When I say bosh, you know what I'm referring to. So people are afraid of getting constipated on the carnivore diet. Rightly so. The first week was bad. It just was. I didn't transition very well into the carnivore diet. It was kind of cold turkey. Yes, the first week I had issues. I had to adjust. My body had to figure things out. I was blocked up for a while and I felt uncomfortable. You gotta be prepared for that and realize your body is freaking out because you're changing things up. That's okay. Just know that in your head. If you want change, you're gonna have to go through some adjustment. After I got through the first week, things got easier, way easier. But then I got worried. I wasn't boshing very much. I don't feel constipated. I don't feel blocked up or anything. But it just wasn't going very often. I was always a once a dayer. I had a schedule, man, and I was proud of it. Every morning before work, I got my bosh done and I was set for the day. I was fast, I was quick, I was easy, and boom. But now, on the carnivore diet, everything changed and I didn't know what to do. I didn't know when I would need to bosh or if I even could. It just took quite a while of figuring things out, like 2 weeks about. I had a lot of cheese. I am a cheese girl. I depended heavily upon cheese to help me adjust to carnivore. That's a lot of fats, and that means, do you know what that means, right? Very liquidy. Gotta love it. Love that I'm making this video. So that's actually what I dealt with more so. Do you want to know the details? I can tell you the details. Whenever I would go, it'd be like liquid and then the real stuff. Then on week number 3, we did the lion diet, so just meat. And that week, actually, you guys, I had the best boshing week ever. Like, my bosh was perfect. I loved it. It was hard, but not too hard. So easy. It was super fast. And it was hardly anything. Maybe this much. Half of this. Sometimes it was like hardly anything was coming out, especially on lion diet. How could this be? What's going on? I don't understand. This isn't normal. This isn't right. When I was bringing this up with my husband, he told me about this video he watched, and I'm going to recommend you guys watch this by Dr. Ken Berry. If you want to know more scientific-y things about boshing on carnivore or keto, he goes into that and he has a great stuff. So I don't know why you say there isn't stuff about this on YouTube. There is. Go watch it. He would have patients that needed ostomy bags connected, you know, from their colon out there and whatever. They would actually be able to see the amount of waste and what was coming out in different people in different diets. And that's crazy. So what he said was people on normal diets coming out in those bags, he could see the waste, and they would be like vegetables, partial veggies, and a whole ton of waste in there, vegetables included. And then people who are on carnivore diet, there's hardly any waste coming out in those bags. And there were no meat products in there that he could see or anything. So I know this all sounds disgusting, but isn't that fascinating? On carnivore, your body is using so much of what you're putting into it. There just isn't any waste, hardly any. It's amazing. And what's baffling to me is that the normal American diet is filled with this food. Your body can hardly use what's in this food. You're just getting rid of so much of it. You get a little riled up just thinking about it. I don't know what it's like in Europe. Europe doesn't have all the poison in the food, so I'm imagining European bosh is kind of like a lot less than American. It was just eye-opening to me because I thought normal was the, now in my eyes, huge amount of bosh. But that's not normal. That's sick. That's wasteful. It literally is wasteful. And this food that we're told to eat is not giving us the nutrients it's promising. Clearly, because it's all coming out. But animal-based, carnivore, lion diet, you're eating meat, your body is just using everything. Why would I ever go back? You know, this is crazy. I'm a little over 30 days in this diet now. I had a wonderful bosh today and I was very, very happy. It was just completely perfect. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful bosh. I'm really happy to see that my body is adjusting to this diet, and I can only imagine that it would get easier and easier and easier the longer you're on this diet, and soon you're just not gonna have problems. So to summarize, if you're scared about constipation when you start the carnivore diet, allow yourself a week, maybe 2, to adjust to that. But it's gonna be so worth it. If you're just completely blocked up and constipated, eat more fats, healthy fats, and that'll help you go. If it's way too runny, you're having too many fats. You gotta cut back on the cheese. But again, I am not the science person. This is just my experience, okay? Oh, another fun note. I am telling you, I used to be so tooty, and my husband can vouch for this. It was like all the time and pretty bad, pretty smelly. I barely toot anymore, and that is a huge, huge win in my life. And my husband, he is so glad. His wash times used to be a huge ordeal, and you couldn't go in the bathroom for like an hour afterwards, but not anymore. It's like, it doesn't even matter. I can go in there right after him, and that's a huge win in my life. Do the carnivore. I highly recommend it. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be an adjustment, especially if you're stuck on sugar and carbs, but I do not regret it, and I am just pissed off at the food that we've been having to eat in the US all this time. It's filled with poison, it's filled with chemicals. Our bodies are not compatible with it. Shh.